All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We've got our recorders joining us. Thank you, recorders. So happy to have you all here. Oh, there we go. I thought for a metaphor check-in, in addition to your metaphor check-in about how you're all feeling, each feeling about your work in progress right now. Also, is there a favorite childhood toy or game or object? If you could share that with us, whatever you're comfortable sharing, that would be great. Ez, you wanna start? Let's put you in the frame.
Let's see. So my metaphor check-in is um I'm on a ski slope and I did my job, which is to push off. And now I'm letting everything do the rest. I
Downhill.
hit
Yeah.
hit publish on Kindle for my three thesaurus.
You did. You didn't even tell
Oh
me.
no, not publish, but
Publish.
get
Upload.
proof.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting proofs. We're getting physical proofs.
And we do have well, a later show and tell.
Yeah, show and tell.
Um And for favorite toy, what
Yeah,
was
a
it?
favorite toy or game from childhood.
Um, let's see.
Just one.
Yeah, I'll say slapjack.
Slapjack. What's that?
Yeah, it was like a name. I came up with the name because all of the names of the game are offensive. So I changed it to slapjack, where you throw down cards, and if you both get a jack, you slap it, and then you have to put down cards, and I don't know. Or no, yeah, anyway. And it's a really fast-paced game.
I played that a lot as a kid. Yeah. Great. Thank you. Yeah. Cool. All right. Who would like to go next with their check-in? Hugh, I'm going to put you in the spotlight.
Hey,
Hey.
so my metaphor check-in, it's like I feel like I've had an inciting incident.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was recently canned from my job, and
Yeah.
so it kind of knocked me off my pins a bit, and I've been just spending a lot of time sort of dealing with paperwork and finances and what am I going to do for my future and what do I want to do when I grow up. Uh, and And actually, somebody recently asked me about, what would you do for the rest of your life if money wasn't an issue? And I would say I would be a full-time writer and poet,
Mm,
Mm.
along with opening up a theater company.
mm.
But yeah, so how am I feeling about my work in progress? Meh is the only word I can think of. Something that just seems to be always happening recently, and I had an injury. I slipped on some snow, and
Oh, gee.
I'm in rehab for my knee, and it's just like, yeah. As Nietzsche is quoted as saying, that which does not kill you lets you complain that much more. So,
I didn't know
and
that quote by Nietzsche.
yeah, I paraphrase. So, favorite childhood toy was a
Yeah.
panda bear that my godmother gave me when I was 7. It arrived in a brown box, and yeah, my mom opened up the box and she took this out. She said, "Oh, this is from your aunt," and I still have it. It's precious to me. It's sizable panda bear. It wasn't a little thing. It was pretty pretty sizable, and it was always comforting to me
Mm.
to have it. And my godmother was like a second mother to me in many ways. So, and I miss her, and I have that panda bear, and it always reminds me, uh, no matter what happens in life, there's always going to be somebody who loves you. Somewhere there's going to be somebody who loves you. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I love that. Thank you.
yeah, that was more than I was going to share, but there you go.
There you go. Well, childhood memories, right? They're powerful. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Nicole, you want to go next?
How did I know you were going to? Okay. Um, my metaphor check-in is um, well, I haven't really been writing any. I've been working on this audio journal and stuff. So
Oh, what kind of journal?
audio journal.
Audio journal. Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome. Well, you're doing creating. That's
Yep.
great.
And so I've I've got to submit some more stuff to Neil. I started to email you and say I hope those assignments didn't have a deadline because
No?
uh oh okay because I was gonna say if they did I would have to not do them until I get this thing done for Neil because
Oh, well, yeah. Aim for, I know deadlines help you. Just aim for March 1. How about that?
okay, yep, that sounds good.
Okay, good.
Yep. So I've been working on that, and I have been making a lot of Oh, that's my TV yammering away. I have been connecting with people on LinkedIn and stuff.
Good.
So like literally, like there was a lady that connected with me on LinkedIn, and she was gonna give me. She has a publishing project that she wants to work on, but I can't afford it, so she's looking to do some sponsorship opportunities because her kids are special needs. So she kind of gets, that I get money from the government and that whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, so that happened, and so, and then I met with another lady to talk about my podcast, and so I've been not writing, but like you say, I've been kind of creating things, and
Yeah, it's great.
so I guess my metaphor check-in is creativity reborn.
Oh, I like it. That's
Nice.
lovely. Creativity reborn. And do you have a favorite childhood toy or game or object or something?
um, I guess the game called Taboo. I guess I don't know.
Ooh, Taboo.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Ezra's remembering that. I don't think I ever played that. That's so great.
Yeah,
Cool.
fun. So there you
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
I did have the Pandora's box, but I never opened it. It was boring.
It was boring. Okay. Katie, you ready for your? Hugh's laughing. Ready for your check-in, Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good to see you.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I have a cat in my lap, so I'm a little distracted.
Oh,
Insistent. I'll go with my childhood toy because I'm working on the metaphor. But when my little sister was born, and I went from only child to big sister officially, I got a little beanie baby named Snip, and that thing has traveled with me. Well loved, but it's a little cat beanie baby Siamese cat, and it has traveled with me everywhere. It's had whisker replacement surgery, bean replacement surgery. It's been through quite a bit. Um, so yeah, definitely like very well cherished toy.
Hmm.
Um, and then metaphor check-in, I feel like the best is I'm I'm driving down the highway and then my car breaks down. And so I'm kind of stuck on the side of the road. I've called, some services to come help, get my car towed, but I'm watching all of these other cars pass by really fast and just going, I don't like it feels dangerous to get out of my car at the moment, but help is on its way.
Help is on its way.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we're in those sticky situations. We just have to stay safe.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Um, great. I guess I'm next, huh?
Hmm.
Let's put me in the spotlight. Uh, let's see. Metaphor check-in. I feel like I am on a new adventure and I have like a new backpack with some new supplies and uh, I'm having fun. I'm in a new place. I'm like, ooh, wow, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Because I'm writing a new story in a completely new universe. And for the first time, except yeah, like pretty much ever. I'm pantsing it completely, which is so fun. It's a romantasy. It's a break from the other projects, and I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm about 6,500 words into it, and I was just like, well, do I end the story here, or do I ramp up the tension? I don't know. Tomorrow's writing session will tell. So that's what I'm doing. And childhood toy. Um, I have a few that still live with us. And actually, I don't know where this pillow is, but I had a pillow somebody gave me, a little rectangular pillow with like a frill, and it was pink. And on the pillow were these animals dancing, our animals dancing. And there's like a little saying that says something like, let's make music together.
Hmm.
And that just popped up in my mind. I've kept that pillow. I just love the whole notion of like the ensemble making music together. I don't even know if I have the quote right. It's probably in my that chest that we have. Um, yeah, it's yeah. I have a few other things, but I'm gonna stick to that one. Great. That was fun. Um, I have a free write for you all. You ready? It's a little, it has multiple parts. You can use all or some or none, but it's fun to write with constraints, which is, by the way, how I started this current story, is it was a constraint given in Bailey's workshop, her habits of mind workshop a few weeks ago. Anyway, here is a free write. And Nicole, I want you to take whatever is inspiring from this free write and use it in your next fiction piece, whatever you're working on next. All right, here it is. So take your main
Oh,
character
main character.
and have them MC, sorry, main
I
character.
was like, multiple choice? I really can't figure this out.
Main character, and either have them think about, have a vision of the future, like what they wish for, or be thinking about the past, something that happened, and include 1 to 2 senses, but not sight. So be using their sensory experience. And if you can, wrap this phrase into this little free write, momentum is your friend. And I'll talk about that a little bit later, but let's just have you write. Where's my timer? Timer, timer, timer. And let's do 5 minutes. Where's my timer? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. There's this other kind of timer. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that that existed. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right. I'll see. Anyone have any questions? Everyone's good? Okay, great. Hitting start. I'll see you all in 5 minutes. All righty, that's our 5 minutes. You can find a stopping place. I'll turn them over. Okay.
Yeah.
Putting their
I think I went a different route too. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot to use the phrase. That's all right. It's just a prompt.
That's great.
I used most everything except for that. Great. We have Ezra's. Uh, Yay. Hugh in a different route. There is no one route. It's just a prompt. Katie, Hugh. Okay. You can, yeah, you don't have to share Hugh if you don't want to. Um, let's start with Nicole. Checking in. Did you use the prompt at all, Nicole?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. What did you use all of it? Some of it? What parts?
I guess some of it. So I got the queen getting ready to black out here, and she's suddenly remembering her mom telling her that momentum is your friend. If you follow your ideas, they will come to pass.
Great. You used the phrase and you had it be a past memory. That's great. I love it.
Yep.
Excellent. Ezra, you want to read the chat?
Yeah. So Beth wrote, Grace paced. She gnawed her fingernail, then stopped what she was doing, the gnawing part, as soon as she realized, what if the witch couldn't undo the spell? She'd be stuck in this push-pull dance with the prince forever. She couldn't have that. She had a life to lead, the clan to train and watch over, and above all, the bounty to round up and pay the ogre before. Was he going to do her? What was he going to do? Her attraction to the prince was making her forget the important bits, like her safety. Stop pacing, said Han, the prince. I can't. I don't want to. Why aren't you nervous? Grace asked. Han shrugged. What can be changed? What can be changed will change. What can't be changed won't. He leaned against the stone wall of the witch's cave and watched her with his sea blue eyes. The witch hummed while she stirred and pounded and stirred some more items into her cauldron in the back corner of the huge cave, with its ceiling high overhead, like it had been carved by one of the giants of the Northern Isles.
That's it.
Cool.
That was the next bit in my little story. Working on.
That's great.
Ezra.
Celeste stomped on the accelerator, forcing Diego backward into his passenger seat. Whoa, he said. Celeste leaned forward, determined to chase down the perp in the car ahead of him. She sideswiped a brown plastic trash container, flipping it over, the trash flying along the car's tailwind. Don't worry, she said. I've got this. Too much momentum, he said. If we crash, we die. Not if we crash into a bunch of marshmallows to ease them to a stop. Momentum is our friend. Marshmallows, he muttered. You plan on passing any marshmallows in downtown San Francisco? The perp's car squealed, making a right turn. Celeste followed, her car whining.
Love it. I can totally see it as.
Here's Katie's. The cuckoo clock on the wall ticked out seconds in monotonous pace, keeping the younger Bunsa waiting for the imposing office door across the parlor from where she sat to open. Lingering cigar smoke curled through the air, but mixed in counterpoint with a fresh stick on incense a young secretary lit on the nearby counter. The previous occupant of the room must have smoked.
I love you leaning more deeply into the sensory of smell.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Great, great. And I'm glad you did some writing, Hugh. Excellent.
It became more of a journal entry for myself about trying to maintain my momentum with lots of stuff happening lately. And I want to think about it more. I might share in another call or even maybe write a small blog post about it.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, I do want to quickly mention about this phrase, momentum is my friend. I met with a new client today who I'm going to help get her YouTube channel off the ground. And she said that was one of her mottos. She's an actor. And I was just really impressed of how she just wanted to move forward on our project. Really, she was ready to meet and all this. And okay, what do we do? She was taking notes, and I was just like, "Whoa, you're really into it." And she's like, "Yeah, momentum is my friend. That's one of my mottos." And I was like, "Wow, what a nice motto to kind of remind yourself of." And we all collect mottos, so that's something to think about. What is your motto? What do you say to yourself? For your writing, for yourself, for your projects. I'll just throw it out there. Maybe by the end of tonight, we can all share one of our favorite mottos. All right, let's dive into some more fun with words. We're going to do more complex sentence stuff. I pulled a lesson out of this other writing teacher's material. I think it's really fun just to introduce you to her work as well as play with it together. And Ezra, you're going to do a show and tell afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. All right, everybody ready? I'm going to dive in. Let's see. It's not open. Where is it? Should
¿Dónde
be right there.
está el thing?
Let's close that. There it is.
Here is a thing.
Here's the thing. Okay. Strange how sometimes it shows
After the conscience of the king.
handout. All right. Today we're going to do complex sentences that thrill your readers, which is very similar to what I called it last week. I use the verb enthrall instead of thrill. And I changed the icon of a woman reading a book. All right, so let's review what are complex sentences. Here's what I added, and maybe you have something else. So it's more than one clause, often with a dependent um, uh, or subordinate clause and main clause. And I'm not talking about Santa Claus. What else do we got going on? Anybody else have definition for a complex sentence? I covered it. We're happy.
Looks good to
Looks
me.
good. Okay, let's move on. We talked about this last time. Why do we want to use complex sentences? Let's review. I think it enriches our writing. It can hypnotize our readers, which is what we want. We get to play in our medium, which is words. Is there anything else?
Does it help with understanding like how to produce a complex sentence? Helps with having the tool to alternate between complex and simple for pacing purposes
I love that.
and emotional purposes.
Yes. Because we're not saying only use complex sentences. We're like just know how to use them and how to build them so that you can for pacing and emotional purposes. Great. Yes, absolutely. And we're going to play with today, we're going to play with time travel. We can time travel. We can layer emotion. We can evoke subtext. All these fun things. Okay. Anything else? Anybody have anything else about why use complex sentences? I'm looking at Ezra's screen now where I can see your faces. Okay, let's play. So I shared this with Hugh earlier. I think my friend and co-teacher Gala sent this to me. We're going to do a fun sentence based on a model that Nina, I think you say Schuyler, shared in one of her recent Substacks, and I'm going to reference her actual article also. It's called the time traveling sentence because that's the time traveling we're going to do today. And that's why I also put time into the request for free write to just prime everything. So we're going to read the sentence that she has at the top of her post, and I have it here on my page. You don't have to read her post. And then we're going to read, or Ezra's going to read her explanation. She does a really lovely, she offers a sentence, she does an explanation of the sentence, and I'll show you what that is. And then she offers a prompt, and I'm using her prompt. I realized after I wrote it today, I might add another piece to it. Yeah. So any questions about what we're doing today? We're going to do some more writing and playing.
I like writing and playing.
Okay, good. All right, this is a sentence from a book called Quarantine by Jim Crace, and I don't want to tell you what the book is about. We'll get to that in a second. Let's just highlight this sentence, and let me turn these off because there we go. Can you read the sentence for us?
He was plagued by thoughts of rolling back the days, back to the shepherds where he left his overcloak, back to his father's carpentry, a chisel in his hand, back to the times when he was small and unremarkable, and prayer had been more comforting than food or sleep.
Thank you. So this is a novel based on Jesus's 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. Okay, now I am going to jump to Nina's article and we're just going to look at her explanation as she has written it there. So, looks like I need to share it, huh? There we go. Okay. So, let's read. Do you mind reading her explanation?
Not at all.
And here we go.
Crace's novel is a retelling of Christ's 40-day fast in the desert. Jesus is on his third day of the fast, holding out hope that God will provide. So far, no luck. At this point, he's living in a cave, hungry and thirsty, and so cold he can't sleep. Quote unquote, his body was an empty bag. Grace is a beautiful writer, and each page unveils another astonishing sentence. And I know I just wrote about time, but this one leaped off the page for me because of its unrelenting movement backwards. This is a right-branching sentence that moves back in time with such incredible ease, even if Jesus wishes it wasn't so, uncoiling Jesus's past all the way back to when he was a small boy. The base clause is, he was plagued by thoughts. With the passive verb was, there's a sense that Jesus has no agency over his thoughts. Plagued, which means to annoy or bother, adds to the feeling that he's being bombarded by these thoughts. A prepositional phrase modifies thoughts, of rolling back the days. With the word rolling, Grace conveys the way the thoughts are moving, like a ball, one after the other, traveling smoothly with no obstacle in the way. With the adverb back, the sentence heads to the past. After the first back in the opening prepositional phrase, Grace uses a series 3 times and repeats back using anaphora.
Yeah, anaphora.
Anaphora. Or the repetition of words at the beginning of phrases or clauses. The repetition emphasizes the word, heightens the emotion, and conveys a sense that Jesus wants to be anywhere but where he is, in a dark cave, cold, thirsty, and starving. Despite his wish to be praying around the clock, his thoughts refuse to oblige. Back to the shepherd's house where he left his overcloak. Back to his father's carpentry, a chisel in his hand. Back to the times when he was small and unremarkable. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 3 are syntactically similar, both ending with a dependent clause, where he left his overcloak, and when he was small and unremarkable. Number 2 deviates slightly to create a different rhythm and more specificity, perhaps making this one stand out because of his relationship with his father. In number 3, Crace uses balance, small and unremarkable, creating an eloquent tone and implicitly suggesting that despite his hardship now, as a man and not a boy, He thinks of himself as unremarkable.
As
He thinks of himself as remarkable. After the conjunction and, Grace ends with this second base clause. Prayer had been more comforting than food or sleep. He uses a balance again with food or sleep, though his thoughts transport him to different places and times, away from his current hardship. The final images of food and sleep land him right back in his current suffering.
Great. So let me go back to my document because I just used her. So then we just read her thing, and now I have a worksheet for you all to work on that I'm going to jump to on the teacher version to right there. Okay, so now it's going to be your turn. And here's the reference that we just looked at. So, and this is copied right from her. I like that she reminded us that she used the word specificity, because that was the one thing I wanted to add in her instructions, is to be specific as possible as you work on the sentence. So number one, you're going to open with a base clause and a short phrase that introduces time. And you can go back or forward in time. And you can look at the example in the, I guess what I don't have, look at the example in her article. You know what? I'm going to just put the sentence in the chat for everybody and for me to look at as I talk about it. Okay, and let's jump back to here. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, so where the base clause, he was plagued by thoughts. He was plagued by thoughts. That's the base clause. And a short phrase that introduces time. He wrote of rolling back the days. So something that indicates which direction we're going. And then add, so that's number one. And then add 3 clauses that begin with the same word. You could use the word that this author does, which is the word back, or you could use different word or phrase. It doesn't even have to be one word. It could be more than one word. And then she has some suggestions. Can you vary these to create a different rhythm? Is there one that you want to stand out? If so, make 2 of the clauses similar, so the one you want to amplify is different. Then add a conjunction like and, but, or. And then end with a second base clause, like he had, and prayer had been more comforting than food or sleep is the second base, and being the conjunction. Prayer had been more comforting than food or sleep.
I mean, it sounds like the and is kind of what's it called? The Oxford listing method, where you don't just use commas and leave out the word and.
Are you talking about the Oxford comma?
Yeah.
That's specifically used when you're making a list. But here, I mean, I think she's suggesting you use a conjunction because you could you could use the word but and make a contrast between the memory or the vision, whatever direction you're going, and then even put an alternative, right? Or it's going to signal an alternative, but would signal a contradiction, and putting it's like layers. It's like you're making a layer cake.
I like that image. Layer cake.
Layer cake. Great. So, any questions with this? We'll do 5 minutes, one sentence. Start with your base clause, and you can even, what I'm probably going to try is I'm going to just write a sentence and then I'm going to rewrite it using these prompts. That's how I'm going to do it, I think, because that's the way my brain works. So, however you do it is fine. Yeah. Any questions from anybody? And then for you, Nicole, do your best to follow these instructions, and take it wherever you want. And that's the same for everyone. If this becomes too frustrating or not fun or inspiring, of course, try something else. Great. All right, if I turn off the camera, can you see the screen? Yes, hooray. All right, and I'm gonna set the timer for 5 minutes. All right, I'll see you all soon. Okay, we're wrapping up. I see Katie.
Oh,
and
I'm actually kind of pleased with this.
Hugh. Great. So glad. Yeah, I continued my story and came up with something unexpected. Ah, excellent. Ezra, can you read them?
Yeah, all right. Let's start with Hughes. He had watched his magic wane over the years, watched his friends surpass him at the academy, watched his teacher grow more and more impatient with something out of his control, and nothing seemed likely to make his power ever come back.
Oh,
Yeah,
poignant,
good.
powerful. How do you feel about writing this sentence this way?
Oh my gosh. Just I, when I originally looked at this, I thought, wow, this is really hard. And then I started doing it and really wasn't. Because I think I know my character more these days than I have. But having it's been so hard at times to express what he's feeling, express what's really going on with him. And you're always, I know Beth, in your critique of my work, it's like you're more and more and more. And this finally, I felt like I have a chill down my spine right now because I feel like I've just discovered the power to give that more
Yeah, with this.
with sentence structure. I'm not going to write every sentence like this, but it's going to make me think more
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
And I think this is where I've been. This, well, not the only thing, but one major thing that has made me struggle. So thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I think this will be fun. Maybe I can weave this kind of free write. Maybe we could play with this in the free write space going forward. So we could just start playing with new structures, just start getting more conversant with them. I
Can
know,
I add
yeah.
uh, one thought on watched because it being repetitive
Mhm.
uh, for your character, like it's one of those things where you're sitting there and you're going like, I want to do something about this, but I just can't. And like it's the recognition that he's watching it. And like recognizing like there's literally not, well, he can't go back, but like you feel the hopelessness.
hmm Yeah, without ever saying anything, we so feel it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really glad you picked up on that too, Katie. Yeah, I have chills,
Yeah.
just thinking about his feeling of being frozen and stuck and yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is also happening with this kind of sentence structure is the subtext gets to be conveyed through how we construct it. We don't have to say it, but we've built it in a way that we feel it. So great job, Hugh.
Thank you. And thanks for the insight, Katie.
Mm. Do you want to read the next one?
Great. Yeah. So here's Beth's. Hen watched Grace, remembering another girl at another time and place, back when he was a young and carefree boy on the beach, back when his greatest joy was building sandcastles, back when they played tickle fights in the playroom, and before he lost her to the terrifying Griffin's curse. He hated magic, hated it so much. It had taken his sister from him.
Thank you. I had to add that next bit just so,
Right.
because this is something new I just discovered about my character. He acts all carefree, but deep down he is very upset. This is so fun. Another layer of tension. Good.
Great. Here's Katie's. Kneeling on the hard wood of the pews, Bunsa's desire for a better life burrowed deeper than even her own piffling hunger. Gone was her father, who always knew how to make her smile despite her shyness. Gone were the proper meals and new clothes that fit. And gone was any wish for a miracle to come and save them, since Mother solely relied on an absent God to come and rescue them from their losses.
Hmm.
Oh,
I really like hearing how life had been for her.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and uh, and it's so so powerful. Thank you. How was that writing that for you, Katie?
I think I mean I knew Bunsa was a wounded child going into this, but this was and like I knew the consequences and I like all of that kind of stuff of like yes, the father's not around, but like I don't know, to get in a kid's mindset of like, I wish my dad was back. And like, like all of these things were great when he was here. They weren't. He was, bad too in a sense for her. But it's like, oh, like to just get into that innocent kind of mindset and then like kind of like look at the person who's supposed to help you, and kind of go like, what are you doing? So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
If I may, just the repetition of the word gone,
Yeah.
gone, gone, and then the real twisting of the knife in my chest was she relied on an absent God. Okay, all this crap happened, and by the way, no hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Jeez.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job making me happy, Katie.
hey, you know, if it makes you feel any better, Bunsa becomes deeply religious after this, but it's like her own, like she finds her own like God in a sense. So like, yeah, like I feel like this makes the today Bunsa so much more powerful. And like just like she's obsessed with time and like this kind of stuff where it's like spending all of these hours cooped up praying with her mom, but also not because she's like nobody's there. Um, feels, yeah, like it grounds in her and who she was, or who she is.
Yeah, and I think the establishment of this, the sadness and the hopelessness, well, makes the later transformation a lot more powerful. And
yeah.
you're really taking your reader on a ride with this. And uh, yeah, let me know when it's published. I will buy a hard copy.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can connect and do beta reads because Katie's got pages.
Right.
I looked at them last time.
Yeah, well, I think I might share some with you, Katie. If I know you offered at one time.
Yeah,
I think I might be hopefully soon. But yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah. Great. Um, Ez,
My turn.
your turn.
Diego clenched his seat as Celeste steered haphazardly along the dirty downtown streets. This was too much like the night when he was in the passenger seat of his ex-girlfriend's car. The night that his ex, the woman skilled at driving well, chose not to do so that evening. The night they left the restaurant without any dessert. The night she had thrown her utensils at him right after he tried so hard to be gentle with breaking up with her, and the car had crashed, paralyzing her.
Oh my goodness. That's intense. It feels like it went from what's that expression? Out of the pan into the fire.
Something,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, something like that. Like,
yeah,
and also very chaotic feeling.
yeah. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah. And all while he's in the car with Celeste
Celeste.
having this like flashback. That's intense.
I mean, I have two things to say about this. Firstly, this is a really great example of just throwing rocks at your characters. Like just keep hitting hitting them with those rocks because that's what's going to make this story interesting. And the second thing is a really good use of the M dash right there to keep the sentence going without it becoming run on. M dash has been getting a lot of bad rep these days because AI uses that. It spits out a lot of M dashes, unfortunately.
Right.
But this is a perfect use of it right here.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Um, Nicole, I want to hear how did you use this exercise?
I didn't, I wasn't able to do it, I guess.
No problem. Did you oh, shoot, someone was downstairs. Um, did you do any writing?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. Did you continue the story?
Um, I ended up adding some, so I guess I kind of did some editing.
You did some editing. That's good. That's really
So
good.
I ended up adding some stuff, but I don't know what to add next because she's blanking out, so I don't know what I can add next.
You said what is she doing? Blanking out?
Blacking out.
Blacking out, right. Okay, so maybe you need to transition to whatever wakes her up or to another character point of view, maybe. Um, oh, she's blacking out. That's right. You shared that passage last time.
Yeah.
Does she die or does she just get disabled?
I'm thinking she died.
Hmm. Well, then you need to, then that's it for the queen. So you definitely need to
Yeah.
switch point of view to to your main character, another main character.
I don't know. I mean, who, I don't know who else I could, because the only person that's in there is her serving boy that just betrayed her, so I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah, without knowing more about the story, it's hard to say. It's like that could be the end of your story if you're writing a very short story, or you could write it from the villain's point of view about what happens next. Now that he's got what he wants, now what? Is everything great or is everything worse? It's especially interesting if it's worse in ways that he didn't expect.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the episode, so yeah.
Yeah, not really sure. Come to us with some ideas and we can help you pick some. So I want to wrap it up here around the sentences. Just today, what was your takeaway for this sentence exercise? And yeah, and Nicole, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think like without ideas, I don't know how to do ideas. I need some starter ideas to help you. Um, yeah, so what was your takeaway today with these sentences, the sentence game that we played? And here's some possible sentence starters like I am, I can, I will, I plan to. Um, I'll give you a moment to reflect. Oh, you put something in the chat? Great. I can play with Diego's and Celeste's backstories and see how to insert an entire backstory with just this one sentence structure. Yes, that is actually my hidden agenda for tonight, is to show you how you can insert backstory into these like moments of the front story where something crazy is happening, like what you did, Ezra, and then they're reflecting. Um, I did it with mine, my main character is watching the other character and thinking about his deep, darkest secret, essentially, about the fact that he hates magic because he hasn't told Grace that. Or like what you did, Hugh, is you gave us felt like almost like a summary of your main character's problem, and just like kind of hammered it home, and gave us that intense like feeling of hopelessness. And you did something similar, Katie, with yours, and inserted these really interesting specific details of the child's memories of her life. And this is how you insert backstory into your fun story. And Katie says, I'm having fun with words. Woohoo. And Hugh says, I can play with the complex feelings of my character and express them in a way that has subtext and doesn't sound contrived or forced. Oh, so wonderful. So, so glad. And as before, I already put it in the chat, but the resource for today was Nina Schuyler's article from her Substack, which was a really lovely Substack. And she invites people to write. She does these every week, and then you can put a prompt, play with it. So that's another place to play with sentences. And I read some today, it was fun. People are adding in their sentences. And then she has paid stuff, and you can go to her for fun things if you want to go play some more. It's really lovely how simple her business model is. I really like it a lot. And It sounds like, did you get something out of the exercise today, Nicole? Because you played with it too, a little bit at the beginning.
Um, just a little. I mean, I guess just to add that part about her blacking out and her having a memory of the past.
Mhm.
But like I say, I don't know what to add now. I don't know where to go from here. I'm stuck.
Yeah, well, I recommend that you play with a few different what ifs, like what if this, what if that, and come back next time with a few ideas about what could happen and share them with us, and maybe we can brainstorm them, tell you which one we like the most. Do that initial work and think about who has the most to lose. Your queen is dead. Who now has the most to lose? That's the story probably that you want to tell. I'm just guessing. Um, great. Ezra, you want to go get your book so do a
Yeah.
little show and tell? And maybe Rocket will follow you thinking something great will happen. I already fed him when I got home. So while he's doing that, let's brainstorm for next time. Next time. Oh, our next meeting will be February 19th. And yeah, what would be our topic for next time? Do we want to do more sentences, pull another exercise from Nina's cave of awesome tricks, or something else that's top of mind? Think about it. That's right. Show and tell, show and tell, show and tell.
Okay. Um,
So we should couch this, but
Yeah.
these are nonfiction books for writers. It's a thesaurus for people who write spicy.
Yeah. So welcome to the Rated R Theater.
But there's nothing rated R about the covers.
Covers, right. The covers are rated G. So this is voluptuous verbs. What does it say? Synonyms to spice up your steamy scenes. Um,
So Liz Adams, and the series title is at the top, Thesaurus for Romance Writers.
yeah. Should be in every author's toolbox, says someone no one said, but
But you got a quote from someone.
yes.
Yes, you should put that on your back cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number one.
Okay, and then
Number two.
number two is
It looks backwards on our side. Is it right side up on your side? Yeah, thumbs up. Okay.
okay. Arousing adjectives.
Synonyms to spice up
Your steamy scene.
your steamy scenes. Oh, they're all the same title?
Almost.
Almost. Okay.
And I mean something, well, okay, I'll go into that later. And then this is the naughty nouns bits. Historical romance. Synonyms to spice up your historical steamy scenes.
And you worked with 100 covers, right?
Yeah,
To
to
do
make these
to make these
designs.
designs. They're really great.
And
Hugh says he loves the titles.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you. The bar in the middle just says not for resale, not for resale. That's not going to be there, that part.
Yeah, these are proof copies.
Proof copies, yeah.
You want to show the back cover? Just they also have the bar, but it has a summary, a made-up quote in the center, and a bio at the bottom.
And I love what Beth suggested, where putting writing guide / reference at the top to kind of indicate.
That's what all of those books do. So I was just copying common publishing processes. Yeah.
And Beth also recommended who this book is not for.
Yeah.
Kind of a warning.
Warning. We'll have to put warning labels on these. Not labels, but in the metadata. And so at the beginning of the book is like how to use this book. And then at the end of the book, then there's a bunch of this, how it's organized, all the synonyms organized by categories. And then at the end of the book is appendices, not for the faint-hearted, Katie says. And then there's appendices and teaching articles. There's writing articles that
yeah.
written. And
so
then
I'll read the good, I mean the nice ones, the rated G ones. So like an emotions planner. So what when thinking about the scene, what are the goal, motivation, conflict, and stakes for each person? And then and so like that's in this book. And then
So
in,
each book has different teaching tools. They're not the same
right,
teaching articles in each book.
exactly. Then this is like a historical scene planner. Um, and so how you can plan your scene. Um, this is, and for historical things, it's like there's a appendix that's a find and replace. So like if you wrote, they Googled
Like, oops, I shouldn't have used
this, it's like, oh yeah.
my story set in
And so
1850.
the thing says, find and replace the word Google with sought or something, and um, that's, but it's more like instead of yes, it's yea or verily or that sort of thing. And then for the last one, um, okay, this planner looks like, so I thought, I mean, I wonder if I have it in two books, the
Okay.
planner. Um, and then there's like in this scene, how will their inner selves grow? How will their relationship grow? What are their inner consequences? What are their outer consequences? What's the subtext? Um,
I just thought of a marketing idea for you as
yeah.
that people could sign up for a bonus, and the bonus is a Google Doc of all the teaching material in one place.
Yeah, yeah,
So we
yeah.
don't have to invent anything. I think that would be good. I think we need to make a specific list for that and a specific list for, yeah. So awesome. Congratulations, Ez. Ezra's been working on this Thesaurus project for a few years. I mean, he
Yeah.
started making one for himself for the Liz Adams brand, and then you started building this last year, right?
Um, what do you mean building?
The books, the physical books, the covers. You worked on the covers last year?
Oh yeah, I think so.
So anyway, this project has been a long time making. So please take in our congratulations. They're all
Yay.
congratulating you.
Oh yes.
Claps from
Great.
Katie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Great.
great job.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of work. And I went over them about 3 times,
Mhm.
the front matter and the back matter, and yeah. Great.
I think you should, for marketing material as well, take some, like, I don't know, take like a common phrase from a book where it's like, oh gosh, like satin lined pouch or whatever. Like some things just like makes you want to cringe a little bit if you
Uh-huh.
read it too many times. Be like, you tired of writing things like this? How about writing like this? And like, like, and like it's like a suggestion like thing where it's like, the find and replace kind of thing that you have there where it's like if you say this too many times, people are going to notice. That could be a very fun marketing ploy. And I see it in meme format quite a bit about romance books.
Mm. Mm. So something like tired of writing things like this, and then some kind of cringy euphemism, and then
Yeah.
instead use the thesaurus for
And that's what I have
oh,
right here.
why settle for mundane descriptions when you can spice things up? Replace it with things like this. Yeah.
Nice.
And then we could have it be the book cover, book cover or title. Thank you for that marketing idea.
Yeah, that is a great idea.
Good marketing idea. And all the memes.
Oh
Excellent.
yeah.
Yeah, great. Ah, wow. And that's our author spotlight for today. Because we don't have anybody's work to edit. So for next time, let's see, I know we did Nicole last time. So Katie, do you want to be up next time as a writer?
Maybe up.
Yeah. And then Hugh, maybe the time after that. And hopefully Diana will be back and um I might show some of I'm going to polish it up for my critique group in a week or so, and then I'll be ready to share it with people. Uh, Topic. is what's our topic next week, guys? Writer, topic. We've done a lot of stuff. Um,
This is silly, but maybe you can make something out of it where it's like you're on an adventure and bodily functions happen. Like dealing with like the mundane things and because like I don't want to suspend all of my like disbelief where it's like, oh, they're like in a magical world. They're still human or like beings. So like I don't know. I it's
right.
weird, but like
No,
it's like
yeah,
suspend your belief, how long does it last before
right.
it's like these guys I'm reading Red Rising right now and like him talking about like basically like using the bathroom in his like suit. I was like, "Oh, like this feels like grounded," which is weird, but like we want them to be seen as human, I guess is yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds
absolutely.
great.
Yeah. Gosh, good. You've challenged me. I have no idea. I mean, I have thoughts, but
Yeah, me too. I thought,
when I started in the romance writing community years ago, I remember someone explaining to me saying, well, there's three kinds of fiction, the kind where you don't show any skin, the kind where you only allude to the bodily functions, and a kind where you write it all out. And for them, that's how they divided the writing categories. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because, I thought that was a strange way to like be absolute in how you describe different kinds of writing. I'm like, I suppose she's not wrong. I mean, we could all be like Charles Bukowski or,
yeah, I think there are
Jane Austen.
other things as well.
Of course, but I was just,
Healing,
Yeah,
yeah,
like you get injured in a battle, like how
yeah.
long like the healing process, like all
Mm.
of those things
Oh, yeah,
matter
right.
and also can build stakes. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Injuries, healing. I wrote down cooking, washing, dressing. Yeah,
I mean, and for a modern one, going from one place to another. So it's like in the car,
traveling.
getting in the car, driving the car, getting out of the car.
Right. And I was always struck by in Lee Child's books, he has um, Jack Reacher be a bit of a Luddite, but he would talk about his experience with cell phones and show me, here, do the phone. He'd hand the phone to someone else, or he would always describe it. It's so mundane, but he'd describe what the other person was doing. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, wow, he's taking the time to tell us this thing that is an everyday thing, but to him, it like suited the character as well.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's good.
Cool. Yeah, no, I think that'd be a fun topic. And I'll use writing I'll do a sentence play thing in the prompt. Yeah.
There was something I wanted to add about these, like the way I formatted it. And again, rated G. So like in the contents, you can choose, okay, here's the verbs one. Um, I'm at a point where they're looking at each other. They look. So under look, it's broken down into subcategories like quickly, subtly, obviously, continually, curiously. And then under each of those, like say obviously, so looking obviously, gape, gawk, ogle, stare, watch. So then you get to have an idea. Oh, you're taking the verb and the adverb that would help you modify it and finding the one verb that combines the two. Um, yeah, drinking daintily, noisily, greedily. Um,
So you could say your book also helps people not overwrite.
true. Yeah.
Another benefit of your thesaurus.
Yeah, that's good. I
Yeah.
hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Cool.
Are all adverbs evil? Um,
No.
um, just the evilly made ones. No,
Diana, Diana would object
right.
heartily. Yeah,
Heartily.
heartily.
Yeah.
I think a well-placed adverb, does a nice job. I think our language has tended to be more and more like, oh, Find the best verb, find the best, yeah, strongest verb. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
great. And then,
these are your,
well, I guess something else I want to say is,
yes,
um, I know a rule of thumb is to avoid too many adjectives, but in these scenes, adjectives seem to be very good.
in
Um,
romance, especially also in sex scenes and intimate and
yeah,
courtly stories, adjectives are, and romance authors use their adjectives very delightfully.
and the way the nouns is organized is like if you want to select, so say eyes, for example, and you go to the eyes section, and yours is set in the 1600s. Um, well, peeps, that term for eyes didn't come out till 1747. So you just look under 1500 to 1600 to see what words were used as a
If,
yeah, as a synonym for eyes.
if you want to be historically accurate.
Right. That's the purpose of this,
Yeah.
so you don't avoid.
Because some romance authors are working hard to be very historically accurate
Yeah.
and still be understandable to a modern audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Cool.
you know,
Just a few heads up. A colleague of mine is offering an interesting little self-editing boot camp in a few weeks. So I don't have the link handy, but I'll definitely let y'all know about that. And also, I know this will interest you, Nicole. We're doing our Find Your Creative Entrepreneur niche boot camp March 20th, and we'll have tickets available starting the 16th. And I definitely can offer all of you who wants to come a complimentary ticket. It is normally $67, and we are going to be selling those babies. And if anyone wants to be an affiliate, you get 50% if you can get us some paid tickets, because we want at least 100 people. Woo! So, so that's happening. Does anyone else have any other announcements? Anything cool going on writing wise? Yes, Hugh.
Well, this is not, I guess it's not directly writing related. Since I'm between jobs, I applied for a 6-week engineering cohort, which
wow.
a friend of mine went through, software engineering cohort right here in Brooklyn. It's a 6-minute walk from my apartment, where people
Wow.
get together working on self-directed projects, and we collaborate, we pair program, we give presentations, demos to each other, teach and learn. And I just got accepted.
Oh,
It
wow.
starts on February 16th, and it's full time, 6 weeks, 10 to 5 every day, in the co-working space. So it's February 16th through the end of March, and this is going to up my game.
Oh, that's
Good.
great.
Up my game. I'm really excited about it, and it's just gonna it's gonna keep me busy
Yeah.
as well. So I'm stupid excited about it, and I wanted to share because I've been wanting to do it, but it's hard to take 6 weeks when you got a full-time job.
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
moment, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah, and it's also making me think about this feeling of community.
Yeah.
And it's something you and I have talked a lot about, Beth. You're talking to me about getting into a writing community, and I'm still working on that. But the chance to get into a tech community that I think could help
Yeah.
boost my career a little bit, either finding my next job or going back to consulting, which is really what I'm pushing for right now,
Yeah.
becoming a contractor, so I don't have to worry about things like layoffs and politics, promotions, and all the rest of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can charge what you're worth, right?
Or what I think I'm worth. Yes.
Right. What people are willing to pay is, yes, yes.
Yeah, and I think for the things that I might be doing and learning and building over the next 6 weeks, over that 6 weeks starting mid-Feb, um, I think I will be attracting some good clients.
Hmm.
And then I think I'm going to take a lot of what I've learned from you about marketing
Hmm.
and apply that to getting customers.
That's right. And Katie knows a lot about marketing too. That's so awesome. Oh my goodness. Um, I I'm excited for you, Hugh. I think it's so, so wonderful. So exciting. Anybody else have celebrations? Anything they want to share? Anything fun that's upcoming for them? Uh, any favorite books or TV shows or passion around music? I just have to say, I've been listening to K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack, Frozen soundtrack, Moana soundtrack. I'm on this whole show soundtrack thing. It's
Moana is one of the greatest soundtracks in existence. Yeah.
loving it. Yeah, loving it, loving it. Yeah.
I read Murderer on the Orient Express for the first time.
No.
I It was so good. Agatha Christie's got a fan. And also would recommend if you're into sci-fi, Red Rising. This is the third book. I've been herring through them.
Okay.
They're so good.
Okay.
I missed the name.
Red Rising. Sci-fi, 7 books right now. The eighth is coming out.
Who's the author?
Pierce Brown.
Okay. I've seen the
Yeah.
covers. I haven't read them yet.
I'm so impressed. Yeah, this is it's been a really long time since I've been the prose itself is beautiful. So yeah.
Mm.
Quick question. Had you known in advance how Murder on the Orient Express ended? No.
Nope.
Good,
I'd never,
good.
yeah, I'd never watched the movie or anything like that. I did end up guessing, but I'm very good at murder mysteries. But I thought it was really well played out.
Yeah.
Mm. Um, we're reading, I might have mentioned this last time. I just love this book so much. Women of the Fairy Tale Resistance, the forgotten founding mothers of the fairy tale and stories they spun. So we're just focused on the fairy tales right now. I'll go back and read the bios on my own probably. And it's just I found a hardcover copy in our local bookstore, indie bookstore, just beautiful. And enjoying the French TV show called Cassandre, which is a murder mystery TV show. Um, and Nicole, how about you? Any fun movies, TV, books that you're listening to that are exciting to you?
Oh gosh, where do I start? Let's see. So, I guess books. Well, I multi-read, so I'm reading all sorts of books.
You're reading the what kind of books?
All sorts of different books.
Oh yeah, pick
So,
one. Just tell us one you're like one that is your favorite.
okay. So there's a book I'm finishing up now called Christmas Sweets. It's got, different mysteries.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It's got Joanna Fluke did a book in there. I mean a book in there, and some other authors. It's kind of a culinary. Well, she does culinary mysteries and stuff. So
that's one of your favorites, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm finishing up that now. And then far as a TV show, so the TV show House is finally audio described.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm planning to get back to watching some more of that before they take it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I'm rewatching The Highlander, which I watched when it came out back in the late 80s, early 90s. Actually, no, I think I was watching it right before I met Ezra. So in the late 90s. Yeah, that's been fun. Yeah.
And as far as me sharing something else, I mean, this is not writing related, but it does have to do with public speaking. So the guy that's like the role master for our Toastmasters has hinted at me and some of the other people that we need to do some speaking. So I'm supposed to meet with my mentor tomorrow to come up with some ideas. I want to do something on the history of like screen readers and
Ah, that's interesting.
yeah, and so I know when we talked the last time I had told him about like converting it to a podcast episode, and like I told him, I said I just use Jaws. I mean, yeah, I've been using it since version 3.7 back when they had 3.5 floppy disks. But I just use the screen reader. I don't know like the history of different screen readers and that whole thing. So that should be really interesting
That's
to
cool.
dive into.
Yeah.
That type of research, and I mean, it probably will give me more of an understanding of digital accessibility. Who knows?
Yeah, that's excellent. I'm so glad you're doing that. And Ezra, you were going to say a favorite show or something?
No.
No, I thought you would. I assumed. We've been still watching
I mean,
Supernatural, of course.
it's true. I was going to comment with Katie how to me Agatha Christie is kind of like the Edgar Allan Poe of mysteries, and that when I read Edgar Allan Poe, it was like a whole bunch of cliches, but he was the first to make them. And it seems like Agatha Christie is the first to make all these now cliches.
She invented a lot of what we call the mystery tropes.
Mystery tropes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, she's so good. I really enjoyed it.
I admit I haven't read any Agatha Christie at all. So
Me neither.
yeah, but I love watching the different adaptations of her stuff.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I think we can end here. Are we gonna have pizza?
Yes,
Yes,
pizza.
pizza. I think we have one pizza left. And
Yay, thank you.
thanks for the icon floating on the screen. We're waiting for that.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Yeah, I was fat fingering my mouse.
We'll be sure to send out links for the events that are coming up. And yeah, it was really fun playing with sentences with you all today. And I will see you all, and maybe some of you sooner than this, but 19th. And oh, Katie, just a reminder to send me back any questions or comments about my edits on your piece. Okay, great. And for those of you listening on the replay, happy writing, and everyone have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Yeah.